Hey, assistant coach, how are you guys doing? It's me, Johnny Sports, and welcome to the next Sprint to Glory. It is the Sprint to Glory with Karlsruher SC in Germany. We are starting off in the new league that is in FIFA 18, the third league of Germany, Dritte Liga in German right there. The rules, as always, will be on your screen right now, boys. Take a look at them and see what this series is about. But basically what we will do is we will get some insane talent into this team and work our way up to the Bundesliga title, and hopefully it does work. Sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it does work. And assistant coaches, it would be much appreciated if you guys could smash that like button right now. Let's get over 2,500 likes for this Sprint to Glory, because this is the first time that we get to use the third league in Bundesliga in Germany basically, and this makes everything a lot more exciting. Now we are picking Karlsruher SC. It is a team that has already played on a higher level, so hopefully we can get them back to that level. Now mainly the motivation behind this Sprint to Glory was that obviously I'm German, and I just freaking love the fact that the third league is now in FIFA 18, and we start off right here with a budget of 2.6 million, and a team, to be honest, it's not too bad for the third league, but obviously we need some improvements as soon as possible. I believe the only couple of players that will remain at the team until the end are Chamolu and Uphoff, the goalkeeper, I believe. So everyone else will be replaced along the way, and of course Chamolu and Uphoff won't be in the starting lineup at the end of this. But I can tell you, man, there are some huge surprises in this Sprint to Glory. I would love to tell you right now, but just watch through the whole video. I hope you guys will be enjoying this just as much as I enjoyed recording it. So right here at first, we are adjusting our budget. We got 4.2 million in the transfer budget and 32k in the wage budget at the moment. We took the 60% increase at the start, so that will help us just a little bit. But we are starting off with one thing that you guys had to vote on the last video, and it was the fact that you guys wanted me to fast forward the negotiations, because otherwise the video would be around 40 minutes long. So yes, it is a bit shorter than that. The negotiations are now faster. Now this one, Gianluca Itta. Boys, trust me, incredible. Incredible. I never thought that this guy could turn out to be as good as he turned out to be at the end of this Sprint to Glory. Keep his name on your mind. Gianluca Itta from Wolfsburg, 18 years old. We are currently signing him for the club, and that will be a huge signing for this Sprint to Glory. A left back that will remain on that position for a very long time, and after the negotiations went through, he joined us at a 65 rating. Oh my god. I just realized by how much he actually grew. That is insane. 6'1" tall left back from Wolfsburg joins us. And then I went after a different player that also was in the team for a very, very long time. I believe until the end of this Sprint to Glory actually. It is Mamadou Doucouré. And after bringing in Itta for the left back position, I wanted to bring in Doucouré because the defense is the most important thing if you do these simulation type of things. I personally think the attack, the striker and the defense is the most important thing. The midfield isn't really that important on simulations. That is just what I feel like. I feel like you could have a 90 rated defense and an 80 rated midfield and it will still be doing very fine. I don't think that will be affecting your gameplay too much. But Doucouré joins us, 62 rated. Obviously a very low rated signing, even lower rated than some of the people that are already in the starting lineup at KSC. And I thought to myself, okay, we have to spend some time with this guy, grow him, just wait for him to get to a decent rating. And Cuisance, we assigned him after going ahead and paying his buyout clause, and that is one big thing that I love about career mode. The release clauses, help you so much in these road to glories. There will be a huge signing later on that we make on a release clause, which is just insane. Now, Cuisance joins us at a 63 rating. Please, boys, keep these ratings in your mind, because later on you will see these players at such high ratings and you will be amazed. So a lot of these players that I'm currently bringing in, this guy, once again, 1.6 million in the budget right here to bring him into our club. Kuhn, a center forward, only 18 years old, from Leipzig, I believe. He's getting a 3-year contract right here, and it will be working out at the end of the day. And again, going back to the release clause thing, I think that's an amazing thing. And also, most of the time, it's not the same players having the same release clauses. I believe it is randomly generated, and I really like that, because that takes away the repetitiveness of the career mode. And if you are doing a road to glory, there is no way around paying the release clauses for players, because at the end of the day, first couple of seasons, yes, you might be paying a little bit too much, but later on you could get yourself a 78 rated player for like 3 million, which I personally did, which you will see later on. Now, in our first season, we came in into the 8th position, which is not too bad. 58 points, I mean, that's good for the start. It's not too shabby. So we will take a look at our team right here. Who was the best player in our first season? First season on goals, it is Fink, a player that was already in the squad, and Aydoğan with 12 goals. None of the players that we actually brought in have had a big impact yet. So right now, let's take a look at the attributes. And this time, boys, the Sprint to Glory will be different. At the end of the Sprint to Glory, you will see the detailed statistics of the players. Instead of just seeing +3, +4, or just their overall rating, you will get to see their detailed stats. I looked at the comments on the last one, but Ita already grew by +3, which is nice to see. He grew to a 66 rating, and Doucouré also +3, and we had Cuisance with a +3 as well. So all the players that we brought in have grown by +3, which is very nice to see. And I was very looking forward into the next season to start off and see if we could challenge for promotion. So we are getting it started off right here in the next season. I'm going for a big talent. It is the goalkeeper from Bayern Munich, the 18-year-old by now. I believe he starts off at 17. We are going for Christian Früchtl, and he is a very talented goalkeeper. He is learning a lot from Manuel Neuer at Bayern Munich, and I really hope that he will come out as a sick talent in the future. In-game, he is an amazing talent, and right here we are starting off our contract negotiations, and he wants to be a crucial player straight away, and that just tells me, all right, this guy has ambitions. He wants to play in a starting lineup already, and he comes in at a 69 rating, which is not too bad. It was the same rating as Uphoff, though, I believe, who was already in the team, and also a decently talented goalkeeper. But Früchtl is 6'4", traditional goalkeeper with a left foot. I had to bring him into our team, and it will be one of the biggest signings of this career mode, and he will remain in our team until the end. Now, we fought for promotion, lost in the first match, but then we won 3-1. What a comeback from our team, and we have managed to get promotion, and we are moving up into the second Bundesliga, not the Bundesliga. Did I actually say that a second ago? No, we are moving up into the second Bundesliga now. So it is amazing that we finally have another country where we can do longer road to glory, starting off at the very bottom like you do in League 2 in England, and then start to work your way up. But obviously in Germany, I don't think they will be bringing in the 4th league, so to say, but 3 is enough for me. Hopefully a lot more to come in the future. Let's take a look at the attributes. Last Sprint to Glory, I told you guys that I haven't seen any players growing by +4, but Ita and Cuisance have actually grown by +4, and that was very, very impressive. I was very much looking forward to see how much more they could grow in the future. Ita already at a 72 rating. I believe he started off at a 63, so +9. Is that +9? Holy shit, hold on. Is that +9? Did he actually... Huh? He didn't have +5 last season. Did I just forget about one season? I might have just forgotten about one season. I think so. I'm not too sure. But Doucouré has grown by +3 again. One thing that I noticed about Doucouré, he was injured very often and he is injury prone. So if that is something that you guys don't like, don't bring him into your team, because I think the injuries that he had have hindered his growth in this career mode, and at the end you will see that he doesn't really get to his full potential. Now we are also bringing in a couple of free agents in order to strengthen the team in a couple of positions. This guy will be a backup. Çalık coming in at a 66 rating. Free agents, as always, very crucial to a sprint to glory. Moving on into the next section right here, we are taking a look at Baku. He has a release clause of 510,000. We are paying that straight away, and we are going ahead and accepting everything that he wants, giving him the contract that he wants. It will be 3 years at the end of the day. Whenever a player says, I want 2 years, you can always go one up, and they always accept. I never had the position where someone wanted like 3 years and I offered 5, and then I offered 4 and they did not accept it. You know, they always accept one higher than what they counter offer. So that's one thing that EA might have to work on in the next game. I don't want to like be 100% sure that a player will always accept just 1 year higher than the contract extension that I offered him. So yeah, that's one thing that they might change. But Baku can also play right mid and right back. I was more thinking of him as a right back for our team. Joins in at a 63 rating, which is the same rating that the player had that we had in the team right now, but obviously he has more talent and more potential. Now I was going for a center midfielder. Now that our defense has been sorted with Doucouré, with what's his face, the left back Ita, and then Baku, I was looking to strengthen the midfield, and Tempelmann was the first one that I brought in. 65 rated center midfielder with really balanced out stats, but also quite okay sprint speed and all of that stuff on him for a center midfielder. He was still very young, so I was hoping that he could grow quite nicely in the future. Now we are moving on into the end of this season. Let's see how we did. We came in the 15th position. We just barely missed out on having to get into a promotion fight or relegation fight against the third Bundesliga's third placed team, but it didn't happen. Luckily, we remained in the second Bundesliga, and that means another year of improvement for our players. We will be going over to the squad hub right now and taking a look at the stats at first. Who was the main guy? It was Kuhn. The center forward has scored 10 goals and only 3 assists on him. But one thing that I noticed was that in this sprint to glory, I didn't really have a big surprise on the top goal scorers. Considering the numbers weren't really that high. I believe in the last sprint to glory we had like a center midfielder scoring like 20 or 30 goals. Alena, yeah, I think Alena had like 30 goals in one season, and that was just insane. But in this one we sadly don't, but at least we are getting a couple of +4s at the top. Frischl and Kuhn getting themselves +4s right there. Doucouré gets a +3. Ita once again +3. He's now 75 rated, and Cuisance gets himself a +2. So that was the next season done. And at this point, we were looking to strengthen our attack as well. We had to bring in a couple of decent players, and right here, Jadon Sancho, one of the biggest English talents, only 1.9 million on his buyout clause, and that was so nice to see. I knew that I didn't have to pay a big amount for this guy. I actually accepted the release clause because I didn't want his wages to go up even more. But we brought in a 76 rated, insanely talented Englishman who plays for Dortmund right now into the sprint to glory. He's eligible to play for this team, obviously, because he does play in the Bundesliga. And he has 4-star skill moves, some amazing stats on him. I'm very much looking forward to maybe use him in one of my Road to Glory series in the future. But take a look at this. Karlsruher SC at the top of the second Bundesliga, and that means that we are going up into the big show. Bundesliga, we are coming after a couple of seasons. I believe this was season 4. We finally made it happen. So Bundesliga, that is the next big challenge. Let's take a look at some of the statistics. How did Jadon Sancho do in his first season? He scored 20 goals and got himself 4 assists. What a signing he has been for only 1.9 million, and now he's 78 rated as well. Kuhn was doing quite well as well, 11 goals and 6 assists. Very similar performance to the last season, but we finally had a goal scorer in our team. But one thing, talking about goal scorers, we had to bring in a new striker quite soon. But right here you can see +3 on Früchtl, and again Itta +3, very consistent with his growth. He is now a 78 rated beast, just like a Früchtl right there. And then you have Cuisance getting to a 75 rating, which is also nice to see. Kuhn on 76, a lot of growth in the team. Sancho only +2 in his first season, but his stats, man, they just look insane. Really unbelievable stats on this guy. I was so looking forward to see how good he would be at the end of this sprint to glory. Now moving on into the next section right here, we have Osimhen, 2.3 million. And I wanted him in my striking position. I wanted an out-and-out striker to replace the one that we had in the team so far, who was 71 rated, 5-year contract, 47.5k on his wages. That was a little bit too much, and I had to negotiate really hard here with Osimhen. And then at the end of the day, his manager actually said, you know what, we will wait just a little bit and we will send you a message if we do accept your offer or not, because I offered them every single penny that I had in my club and they just wouldn't accept. So right here you will see the message coming in. Osimhen has joined our team at the end of the day. I don't think I'm showing the message though. I'm now just hopping into the squad. You see the striker Zavada, he was not good enough, and now there he is. 2.3 million or 2.2 million spent on a 78 rated striker, a very talented striker as well. 88 finishing on him with 80 shot power, 4-star weak foot, 6'1" tall poacher. That's what I needed. And then we actually had to fight against relegation, against Stuttgart, coming up from the second Bundesliga, and we won the first game. What happened in the second game? It's a draw, and that means we have not been relegated from the Bundesliga. First season in the Bundesliga, we struggled, but we have shown character and we have remained in the highest tier football of Germany. 16th position, 4 points away from Hamburg. They once again, just like in real life, avoided relegation right there. Now, let's take a look at the squad though. Has someone improved massively? And we will see who has been the best player. Cuisance, the center midfielder, scores 16 goals, gets himself 4 assists as well. Very unexpected at this point, because so far he didn't really have an incredible season or anything, but due to his performance he got a +3 in this season, and now he's 78 rated. Tempelmann also with a +3, which is nice to see. Früchtl now on an 80 rating, but sadly injured, and again Doucouré injured. So maybe that's a big turn off for a lot of you guys, and it will definitely be a turn off for me. But it's a 81 rated. Have a closer look on him, man. He started off at a 63 rating. You guys will be surprised to see how high he goes, and trust me, it's not his potential that you find on FIFA. Osimhen gets up to an 80 rating, +2 on this season, and then we move down just a bit further to find someone like Jadon Sancho only getting a +1 this season, which was quite disappointing, you know. I thought he had an amazing impact onto the team into the first season, but then after that it kind of really slowed down, and that really disappointed me. So I was looking for a couple of backups for the team, a couple of center backs, some center midfielders and a free agent, and we brought in this Cools guy, and he looks like a really talented player. Really good physical stats on him already. Obviously the defending stats will have to improve, but 4-star weak foot on a defender. Very interesting to see that. Now the time has come for the big signings, and the big signings can only happen with pre-contracts. So we have saved up all the transfer budget money that we have to bring in Benjamin Henrichs. We are bringing him in on a pre-contract. I'm offering 60k. They only want 48, but they want 2 bonuses in the contract. And then we are going for Eggestein, who is also a very interesting striker in Germany. I'm trying to bring him into my team, and it is another pre-contract signing that does actually work out. Henrichs will be joining us, and Eggestein as well. And in our second season in the Bundesliga, we go up just a little bit higher into the 12th position on 43 points, 20 points behind Leverkusen, which is very interesting to see. The whole Bundesliga the league champions had 63 points. That's very, very low. So that tells you there's a lot of competition going on in the Bundesliga. And it will be interesting to see if at some point we can win that title, because 63 points, that's not really that much. So I was hopeful seeing that. Baku this season, for whatever reason, our right back was the top scorer in our team. But was he also the main guy growing? Yes. So there is actually a connection between players playing well and growing well. So that was one thing that bothered me a lot in the past. Ita actually now 83 rated, Früchtel on an 82. And that was one thing that really bothered me in the past FIFAs. Players that would just sit on the bench and do nothing would grow by +4, +5. But now it seems like the main guys having a good performance are always the ones that are growing really fast. So EA might have actually changed something about the growth system, which is very nice to see, because in FIFA 17 that wasn't the way it was working. They would grow to their potential without you doing anything. But Henrys comes in with an 86 rating, 90 ball control on a right back, 90 stand tackle, 4-star weak foot, can also play down the left hand side. The biggest signing so far. And then Eggestein comes in at an 82 rating, and he was basically put onto the bench for now because Osimhen was doing quite a good job, and Eggestein would be his backup from now on. Also a poacher, but then we went after the big guns. Pulisic, 89 rated, 4-year contract, accepting the release clause, 108 million and 130k on his wages, and then going straight back into it. Jonathan Tah, 88 rated centre back, 27 years old, a beast playing for Bayer Leverkusen in real life, and we were about to bring him into our team on a pre-contract signing as well. So Pulisic and Jonathan Tah. Pulisic would improve us in the attack, Tah would improve us at the back massively, the future Boateng, and then we had to bring in Kai Havertz, who was already an amazing talent on FIFA 17 towards the end of the year, but now they have definitely recognized how good he is. 87 rated right now, and he would become a Karlsruher SC player right here, right now. Another tough negotiation, but they do accept it, and in this season we progress once again. Before bringing in those big names, only Henrys and Eggestein, and we coming into the 7th position with 47 points, and Wolfsburg won the league with 73 points. That is 10 points more than last season, but they had 10 draws. That is insane that they have managed to win the league with 10 draws on their record, but only like 3 losses. And Cuisance again, 13 goals, 6 assists. Baku, 6 goals, 5 assists. Let's see if they are actually the ones that grew by +3 as well in this season. Let's see it right here. Früchtel +2, Doucouré +2, both of them injured. No Cuisance. Actually, yes, Cuisance at the bottom, +2. Ita, now 85 rated, 22 overall, grown so far by Ita in that left back position. Insane stats on this guy. Cuisance now 82 rated, which is nice to see as well. And then Kuhn 83 rated. A very silent player in this sprint to glory. A couple of seasons he was at the top of the top scoring list, but then he kind of took the backseat role. And Osimhen now 83 rated. A very interesting player who I might try in the future. Jadon Sancho, his form was bad. He just wasn't performing for our team for whatever reason. And because of that, he wasn't growing. And that's exactly what I want to see. If players are not doing well, don't grow. That's what I want to see. I want to see players growing who are actually doing well. And Havertz joins us with an 88 rating, looking unbelievable on his statistics. 92 short passing right there. Can play on the wings and in the central roles as well in the attack. And Pulisic, of course, 99 acceleration, 99 sprint speed. Unbelievable statistics on Pulisic. He looks ridiculous, boys. And then Jonathan Tah, he will now make our defense rock solid. 88 rated beast, 4-star weak foot again on a center back. And of course, the strength ability is on him as well. But again, we have improved. We came into the 3rd position, 60 points now. Karlsruher SC was taking over the Bundesliga by storm. I mean, by storm would mean in one season, but you know what I mean. We are slowly progressing, but at least we are progressing every single season. Now, let's see who was the top scorer in this one. Any surprises? No, it's again Cuisance, the centre midfielder, scoring loads of goals for us. Pulisic came in, he scored 8 goals for us in this season. And then looking at the attributes and the growth in the team, you can see +2 on Doucouré, and again he's injured. So every single season Doucouré was injured, and Pulisic grew to a 91 rating. Unbelievable stats on him at this point. Kuhn going up to 85, Jonathan Tah going up to 89, 87 coming up on Ita. 87. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I never expected this guy to be this good, but he will improve even more. You will see it in just a second. But Eggestein moved up to an 84. I believe Osimhen wasn't growing, and now it was time to bring in Timo Werner. I signed him on a pre-contract. 87 rated beast of a striker, and that would maybe take us to the next level. I was hoping that he would be the guy to score the goals for our team and get us to a title. Did it happen? Yes, it did happen. We actually won the Europa League. Yes, we have dropped out of the Champions League group stages, which is fine, but we made it into the Europa League final and we won a European trophy, and on top of it, we won the Bundesliga with 72 points. Unbelievable progress on this team. I said to myself, this is the last season. I'm not simming anymore. This is season number 9. If you guys don't know, this took me at least 10 hours to record. But right here you can see Karlsruher SC, 72 points, first position, took over the German football scene, and now it was time to take a closer look into the stats of some of these players. Pulisic, 23 goals, 11 assists. Werner came in, 14 goals, 6 assists. Big contributions from big players. And Cuisance again, 12 goals and 3 assists. He has been very consistent. And Jadon Sancho actually coming in with a decent performance as well this season. That was nice to see. Osimhen now an 84 rated player, but now it's time to take a closer look into some of these guys' statistics. You will get to see their detailed stats, and they are looking unbelievable. You will see how high some of these players have grown to, but obviously some of them started declining because their stats, because they were old. Yeah, they got to like 30, 31, and that was a bit too old at that point. So right here, Früchtl starts off. Sad to see that we can't look at his goalkeeping statistics for whatever reason. Right here, Henrys came in at 86 and remained an 86 rated player. 90 acceleration, 92 sprint speed, slide tackle 85, stand tackle 90. Unbelievable right back for our team. And then moving on to Doucouré. Very disappointed about this one. I wouldn't recommend bringing him into your team because he was majorly a big disappointment. Just, yeah, every single season he was injured, and as you can tell, his trait was injury prone. Jonathan Tah, 89 rated, a beast in that centre-back position. Definitely someone who could be the future Boateng. I do see him playing for Bayern Munich in the future. Cools, the free agents, on a 77 rating right there. And then the big man, Ita, 27 years old, 89 rated. Started off at a 63 rating, and he grew by 26 points. 99 ball control, 99 stand tackle, 99 heading accuracy, and 92 pace overall. He is the main guy in this career mode that told me, you know what, you have to get him. And if you guys are interested in a road to glory left back, go get him right now. He looks unbelievable, boys. And Pulisic got to a 91 rating. He is going to be the highest rated player in this sprint to glory. Unbelievable stats on this guy as well. The pace, the dribbling, just ridiculous. And an 82 rated Cuisance has done quite a good job for us in all of these seasons. That really surprised me, and just because of that I kept him in the team, because I was like, hey, if he's performing, why should I switch it off? Baku actually did really well as well as a right back, even though he is mainly a center midfielder. but we brought in Henrichs, obviously, who took over his position. This Kuhn guy also really surprised me. +1, 86 rated right now at the age of 26, so very talented player, obviously. Timo Werner, 87 rated, 99 acceleration, 98 sprint speed. I mean, there's nothing I really need to talk about, but you can see him with an 82 shot power rating, which really surprised me because I believe Cuisance had like 99 finishing. Yeah, so for whatever reason, the center midfielder Cuisance, I think, had 99 finishing. If not him, then it was someone else, but I'm not 100% sure. Osimhen coming in at an 84 rating, looking very good. A very solid striker with a lot of pace, but also with decent strength and good finishing on him. With a 4-star weak foot, definitely an option for people in the future. Big disappointment for myself was Jadon Sancho. I mean, yes, he has 99 sprint speed, 99 agility, and some other really good stats on him, like 91 long shots, but he just didn't grow a lot more. I was hoping that he would grow a lot more, but maybe the fact that he didn't have the best seasons all the time didn't get him to the highest rating as quickly as possible. So now it was time to take a final look into all the big talents that I could have brought in but didn't manage to. Leroy Sané, 91 rated, Tolisso, 89, Süle, 89. A lot of these players are looking incredible. So if you guys wanted to bring in any of these players, or if you wanted me to bring in any of these players in this Sprint to Glory, now you get to see their rating. This is going to be a very important part of these Sprint to Glories, because that opens up your eyes for a lot more talents that I could have brought in. I basically put everyone into my shortlist that has a potential higher than 85 who was eligible to play for a German Sprint to Glory side. And after all, man, I gotta say, the fact that the third Bundesliga is now in FIFA makes me very happy. I was so looking forward into it. I want to thank EA for putting them into the game. I'm really looking forward to do a Road to Glory over there. I think this year I might actually do a Road to Glory in Germany. I'm not 100% sure about it, but I'll be thinking about it for sure. But yeah, as you can tell, loads of great talent. Some of them got over the age of 30, so they have dropped down in their ratings. Someone like Niklas Stark, now only 85 rated. Emre Can was also higher rated, but now he's 32 years old, as you can tell. But yeah, man, I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. I personally did really enjoy recording and editing this one. And yeah, looking forward to the next Sprint to Glory. Leave your comments down below. Let me know which nation we should be doing next. Take care and peace.